In China's southeast, to the west of the Taiwan Strait, lies a stretch of coastline of more than 3,700 kilometers. This piece of land bordering the Blue Ocean is reputed as the greenest province in the country, Fujian. In 2017, leaders of the BRICS countries gathered in Fujian's Xiamen Special Economic Zone.
1985年啊，我来到福建省工作，在福建省啊工作了17年半。我的第一站就是厦门，当时的厦门身处中国改革开放的前沿。
Fujian is a crucial nurturing place for Xi Jinping thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics for a new era. This is Fujian in the new era. Thriving and prospering by the sea made Fujian the origin of Chinese maritime civilization. Ancestors of the Min people took seas as fields and boats as wagons. More than 1,300 years ago, the port of Quanzhou, or Zaitan at the time, was well known to the world. Being the largest oriental port for 400 years, it was an important starting point of the maritime Silk Road. Over 600 years ago, Chinese navigator Zheng He led his fleet to the western seas on 7 voyages. Fujian's Changle City was the place where the fleet started its expeditions. Surrounded by mountains and oceans, with the inheritance of the profound Central Plain culture and the open-mindedness of maritime civilization, Fujian plays an important role in promoting the strength and prosperity of the country and nation. Fujian Shipyard, known as the cradle of China's modern navy, was established in Mawei, Fuzhou, more than 100 years ago. About 80 years ago, the Communist Party of China had its first historic governing practice in the south of Jiangxi and west of Fujian. Back then, Fujian was the heart of the revolutionary base areas. Along with the development of China since 1949, Fujian has transformed from a poorly developed coastal defense frontline to a fully opened, booming province. Fujian was the first province to provide free compulsory education for students in the rural areas. It was also the first province to assist through relocation villagers who live in remote mountainous areas or on isolated islands. The practice of targeted poverty alleviation by identifying poverty households, developing relocation projects, and fostering suitable industries is an important contribution that Fujian has made to poverty reduction in the world. Fujian's enterprises are going abroad to do business. Engineers have brought Chinese architectural techniques to 31 countries and regions. The seeds of friendship for mutually beneficial cooperation have been spread across the world. Over the past 20 years, this largest global investment fair has welcomed more than 300,000 people from over 200 countries and regions and witnessed the signing of over 30,000 investment agreements. Fujian has established 108 pairs of sister relationships worldwide. It has opened 73 flight routes and 121 container shipping routes to major cities and ports across the world. All these have connected and opened Fujian with the rest of the world. Fujian is the core area of the 21st century maritime Silk Road. It now operates 34 shipping routes to countries and regions along the maritime Silk Road, as well as freight trains to 12 Central European countries.
It used to be all roads led to Rome, but today all roads lead to Xiamen, and from Xiamen, Fujian, to the entire world.
Fujian the ancestral home to 80% of Taiwan compatriots, is aspiring to be the first home on the mainland for Taiwan compatriots and businesses. The bridge for buses and trains across the Haitan Strait, once completed, will be the longest of its kind in the world. In the future, it will extend across the Taiwan Strait and link up with the transportation network of Taiwan. Through reform and opening up over the past 40 years, Fujian has witnessed an increase in economic aggregate from about 6 billion yuan to 3.58 trillion yuan, ranking among the top tier of the most economically competitive provinces in China. Megaphorus umbrophylla, a new species of horned frog, was once again discovered after 55 years in Guadun village at the upper stream of the Minjiang River.
The environment in Wushan is very good, and because of that reason, I was still able to find a new species that nobody had found before.
Fujian was China's first national pilot area for ecological conservation. Its forest cover ranks first for 40 consecutive years in the country. With high water and air quality, the eco-environment here is enviable. Fujian will continue to engage the world with its green way of life. Fujian is one of the most promising growth markets and competitive economies in China. Apolong Bus, China's first Level 4 driverless model by King Long Company, will soon be delivered to senior living communities in Japan. A new type of hearts, made at this largest production base of new energy power battery in China, will be installed in 1,500 vehicles each and every day. The future classroom, designed by Fujian NetDragon, manages 1.3 million classrooms around the world. There are 1.67 million pieces of data being exchanged through the provincial e-government platform on a daily basis. Fujian's digital economic aggregate takes up more than 1/3 of its GDP. Fujian is well on the way to be a model of digital China. During his inspection tour to Pingtan, Fujian in 2014, President Xi Jinping mapped out a blueprint for the development of the province, featuring flexible dynamic mechanisms, competitive upgraded industries, a prosperous life, people, and a beautiful environment. From north to south, there are more than 600 rivers and tributaries running through Fujian to the ocean. Winding and surging through mountains, valleys, basins, and cities, they echo the sound of the era and the voices of the people striving for a better life. An eco-friendly Fujian, gateway for the maritime Silk Road, welcomes you.